What's up, and welcome back for another set dungeon guide. We're going to be going over the wizard with the Veer's amazing Arcana. Now, I'm going to go over location, gear, and then commentary over my mastery run so you can kind of see how it works. And then I will also just provide as many tips as I can to help you complete this on mastery. Starting off with the location, you're going to go to Act 3 right here, and then you're going to go to Arrakis Crossing. Just port to that location there. And then you're going to follow this all the way down to the point where you're, at the edge of the abyss. We're gonna go fight like the Siegebreaker Soul Beast, and as you can see up these stairs, it's right there. All right, now once you get to the end of Arrakis Crossing, you're gonna go up this set of stairs right here. And if you're wearing the 6-piece set bonus, then it'll pop up right here. And the objectives for Veers is going to be reach 100 stacks while in Archon form 3 different times, and then you have to kill 300 enemies while in Archon form. And then for mastery, which is what we'll be going over, complete both objectives and kill all the monsters within a time limit. This is not necessarily all the monsters in the rift. It's 615, and then for basic it's 515. All right, now going over gear. For our weapon and our offhand, we're going to be using the Chandodo's Resolve, which is this wand, and the offhand, we want a emerald in there for the crit damage. This set dungeon is not one of those that you need to dumb down your damage. You want to get as much damage as possible. As you can see, my wizard is at 2 million, so that should, anything around probably 1 million or so will be just fine. Then for our rings, we use Mandal's Heal with Golgotha's Swiftness, and then we're also going to be using the Endless Walk set, which is Compass Rose and Traveler's Pledge. The other 2 legendary gems I recommend is Bane of the Trapped and then also Bane of the Powerful. Our bracers are going to be Ashkanar's Blood Bracers, which increases the potency of our shield. Our belt is going to be for Zula's Improbable Chain to help us with Archon stacks. We're going to be using topazes in our chest and our pants, and then we're for the CDR, a diamond in our helm. Now, most of my gear for Veers, other than stuff I've used for Veer Talrasha, is not rolled, right? So really you're just looking for the normal stuff. Cooldown reduction is probably the most important for this. I'm sitting at about 50%, which is fine. You could probably use a little bit more than that. Crit damage, crit chance, intellect, vitality, all that stuff. Now going over the cube here, as you can see, we're using Halo of Cardini, and then we're going to be using the Swami as well. And you get to keep some of your stacks whenever Archon expires, which helps roll over. So or keep some of the damage going. And then NGM, which is also going to help us with our cooldown. And with using NGM, you're going to have to go and try to find all the elites in here whenever you drop Archon, or try to position yourself when you drop Archon to have an elite there. And this will proc NGM, which will help with the cooldown of that. Otherwise, you're going to be kind of waiting around for it, as you'll see. I had to do a couple times in my run. As far as your Paragon goes, if you're over 800, obviously all 3 of these tabs will be completely maxed out. And then also in the core tab, just put everything into intelligence and movement speed. If you're below 800, then you're going to want to prioritize area damage on this tab. And then on defense, you want resist all, maybe life. And then offense, you definitely want cooldown reduction and then some of your crit. And then obviously you just get your maximum movement speed and put everything into intellect. All right, now going over the skills for this build. Arcane Torrent with Static Discharge. This is going to help us just kind of do a little bit of damage, proc Golgotha's Swiftness for some more cooldown to help Archon come off cooldown. Teleport with Wormhole. This is our main movability spell outside of Archon. Familiar with Spark Flint. This will allow us to gain 10% increased damage, and also it does 240% weapon damage as fire. And then Storm Armor with Scramble, and then Magic Weapon with Fierce Weapon, and then finally Archon with Combustion. For your passives, we're going to be going with Evocation, Audacity, Illusionist, and Paralysis. Pretty standard. I would say this is probably a pretty close to a standard Archon build. Most of the time you're going to see Archon being fused with Talrasha, but you're not going to have the benefit of a lot of the cooldown and a lot of the utility that the Veers Talrasha set does. So stacking a lot of cooldown reduction is going to help, and then also keeping your stacks up with Golgotha's Swiftness is going to also help you take guys down. That's why I say position yourself with elites when you drop Archon, because they will actually help take down it much quicker. Alright, this is the map portion for the Veers set dungeon, right? This is what the map looks like. You're going to come in over here, and this is just a really big jail tile set, right? Now you have teleport on a limited cooldown, and when you're in Archon, then you're going to have, a teleport every like second or so. There's not really a route here. If you do have trouble with attempting this set dungeon, you can start off trying to like clear this first area, and then going up here and doing this one, and then crossing over and clearing that one. For me, I just kind of went in like just a random direction. I was just kind of following the density for the most part, because all we're really trying to do is maintain Archon and get the 100 stacks at 3 different times, and also killing all the monsters that are required. You have to kill 615 for mastery and 515 for just basic. So really, thinking too much into a route here is probably not a good idea, but I would just instead come in here and just follow the big packs of density. And then once you actually get the first objective and the second objective, really, then just start cleaning up by utilizing your teleport and Archon teleport. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of go over I'm just going to commentary over my run here and just kind of give you some pointers as we go through it. The mobs aren't actually anything really to worry about. Your biggest objective here or your biggest obstacle is probably just the size. When you pop into here and you start this, put all of your magic weapon on and your shield and all that good stuff, and then just get right into Archon and put your shield on in Archon, or put the time bubble on Archon and just start wailing guys. Try to pop into density and stuff like that. Anything like this wall, it's not gonna let you teleport through because it's a closed off area by a door. And then if you drop Archon, obviously you want to try to attack guys as much as possible, and you want to keep that, because if you keep that Gogop Swiftness stack up, it'll give you 15% more cooldown reduction. So as you can see here, I'm just kind of waiting on Archon. I'd say every time you get into Archon, it's very easy to actually get one of the first objectives complete. And if you are killing elites outside of Archon to get Archon's cooldown, back down, then this should be a pretty quick run. Your cleanup process might take a lot of the time. You might have to be like sub a minute in cleaning up stuff. It just really depends on how the density behaves in the rift for you. As you can see here, when I'm outside of Archon, I'm just trying to like teleport as much as possible. I got Archon up again because I did get an elite down, and I'm just going to continue going, right? So now I'm already at 72 stacks, and once I tick over again, boom, you get it. And then now everything else is easy. Now you just have to stay in Archon as much as possible, finish off killing all the guys, which I would say the first objective and the second objective will probably end up happening around the same time, considering the amount of, you have to get 300 kills to get 300 stacks, and they're going to be lined up somewhat. Area damage might take a couple of kills off of you, but it's fine. As you can see here, I've already got both objectives complete. We still have 3 minutes left, and I have 115 guys to get down. Now, if you want to do this even faster, then I would say probably maybe like 60% cooldown reduction would really, really help. And well, once you're out of Archon like this, you're just gonna I wouldn't really worry about trying to kill most of the guys in Archon. You just gotta get as many down as possible. I know there's more mobs in this said dungeon than there is the objective to kill them, because I had one guy left to kill and I came across a group of 2 guys. As you see here, I'm just gonna skirt the outside. Instead of holding beam down too, I'm just gonna start moving a little bit more in between teleports, just to kind of help me get from point A to point B a little bit quicker. As you see here, it becomes like this hunt and peck kind of situation. Once you get down to like sub 10 guys, there could be random falling guys just anywhere that you've missed. So I would kind of keep in mind whenever you're running this, any areas that you might have gone through super quick, those are probably the first areas to return to and try to clean up, because usually that's where, at the beginning, is usually where you skip a lot of guys, because you're already trying to get those objectives done really quick and you're trying to move through it, at a very decent pace. So that's what you'll see me do here. I'm going to go back up to where the said dungeon actually starts, and then that's where I'm going to start with, trying to get the last, 27 guys, right? As you see here, just pop that door open and just keep, arcing everybody. You trying to teleport through walls is going to be, hit or miss. It just depends if the area is closed off or not. So as you see now, I've literally one guy left, and so now I have to just try to walk as much as I can and mix it in with teleport just to get the last dude. And I think I get past this gap here, this main center area, and then I find 2 dudes just standing here. Yeah, there they are. And then boom, there it is. It's not really hard. It's not a hard set dungeon at all. Once you have the right build and you kind of know how the process works, then it's just easy day. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you get mastery with Veers, the said dungeon. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more gaming content, hit the subscribe button. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.